Good morning, students. This is Parul Kalia, and today we will discuss your fourth chapter, Process and Basis of Accounting. In this chapter, I will explain you process of accounting. And the first part is identification of transactions. It means in this you have to identify the transactions. Those transactions which cannot be measured and expressed in term of money cannot be recorded in your books. For example, strike by the employer. It means only those transactions which you can easily express in term of money will be recorded in your books of account, like purchase goods. These transactions will directly relate to your business enterprises. That's why these transactions will be recorded in your books of accounts. And it is necessary that these transactions are evidenced by an appropriate document such as cash memo, purchase invoice, sale invoice, checkbook, etc. A document which provides evidence of the transaction is known as source documents. It means with the help of source documents, your transactions will be recorded in your books of accounts. And the next point is preparation of vouchers. On the basis of source documents, entry are first of all recorded on vouchers, and then on the basis of vouchers recording is made in the books of journal. And the second point, you have to prepare your vouchers. और vouchers कैसे prepare करोगे? On behalf of your source documents. Source documents means your cash memo, your purchase invoice, या you can say a bill. Bill को आप किसके साथ attach करोगे? उस vouchers के साथ. Vouchers you have to prepare. Every company have to prepare their own vouchers. Vouchers are printed separately by all the firm in their own names. A separate voucher is prepared for each and every transactions, and it's clear mention what amount to be debited and credited. And your voucher are mostly arranged in chronological order, or you can say a date wise, are kept in a separate file. Recording in books of original entry. It means the books in which transactions are recorded for the first time from a voucher or a source documents are known books of original entry, or you can say a journal. Journal is a book of original entry in which all the transactions are recorded in a chronological, or you can say day to day, according to the principle of double entry system. Double entry system means it means one account is to be debited and the other account is credited for the same amount. If the size of your business is small, it may be possible to record all the transactions in the journal. But when the size of the business are very large and the number of transactions are too much, so it's not possible to record all the entry in a one book. In this case, your journal is subdivided into a number of books, and these number of books are known as special journal, or you can say sub journals. For example, purchase book, cash book, sales book, purchase return. All transactions relating to receipt and payment of cash are recorded in the cash book. It means all the cash transactions will be recorded in your cash book. All credit purchase in purchase book, and all transactions relating to credit sale in sales book. And these special journal are known as subsidiary books. And the next point is posting to ledger. It means the next step is the accounting process is to transfer all entry recorded in journal to respective accounts in ledger. A ledger is a principal book of accounts in which all the transactions finally find their place under their respective account in a duly classified form. इट मीन्स जर्नल के बाद आपने जितनी भी ट्रांजेक्शन्स है उन्हें कहाँ ट्रांसफ़र करना है? लेजर में. तो लेजर क्या है? लेजर में आप एक अकाउंट सिमिलर नेचर के अकाउंट्स की पोस्टिंग आप एक साथ एक अकाउंट में करोगे. फॉर एग्जांपल रिलेटिंग टू रेंट अकाउंट, तो रेंट की जितनी भी एंट्रीज हैं विल बी राइट इन वन अकाउंट. ठीक है. एज इट इज़ यू हैव टू प्रिपेयर कैश अकाउंट, कैपिटल अकाउंट and the other accounts. It means in ledger all the transactions are classified and transactions of similar nature are recorded at one place in an account opened in their name, which will provide a complete pictures of all the transactions. It means separate accounts are opened in the name of each person, whether customer or supplier, like capital account, all the assets, liability, purchase, sale, etc. Similarly, all incomes and expenses which are already recorded in journal are again classified under separate head in ledger, such as salary account, rent account, discount account. And the last step is the accounting process is the balancing of ledger accounts and the prepare of your trial balance with the help of such balance. A trial balance is a statement. You have to prepare the debit and credit balance of ledger account to check the arithmetic accuracy of your account. If trial balance does not tally, it means it indicates some errors in your trial balance. It means in the year ending, every businessman have to prepare their final accounts. And final accounts you include trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. When you prepare your profit and loss account, you can easily find out your net profit and net loss, and your balance sheet show your financial position of your business enterprises. It means first of all you have to identify the transactions, then you have to prepare your vouchers. After the voucher, your transactions will be recorded in your books, and this book is known as journal. And the next step is the accounting process is to transfer all entries recorded in journal or subsidiary books to respective account in ledger. Ledger means the book which contain a classified and permanent record of all the transactions of a business enterprises. This is known as ledger. The ledger is known the book of final entry because it is the book in which all the business transactions would finally find their place. The last step in the accounting process, you have to prepare your trial balance and financial statement. It means you have to prepare your final account like profit and loss account, trading account, and your balance sheet. This is the last step of your accounting process. And the next topic is basis of accounting. There are two bases of accounting. The first is cash basis of accounting and the second is accrual basis. The first is cash basis of accounting. Under this basis, income are not recorded unless they are received in cash. As it is, expenses are recorded only when they are paid in cash. In other words, you can say that credit transactions are not recorded in this method. Only cash transactions will be recorded in this accounting. And professional people like lawyers, doctors, chartered accountant are mostly use this basis. It does not require the use of estimate and personal judgment, and it is suitable for those enterprises where most of the transactions are on cash basis, not a credit. But some disadvantages are there. It does not give a true and fair view of profit and loss and financial position of the enterprises because it ignores outstanding expenses, prepaid expenses, accrued expenses, and income received in advance. And another disadvantage are there is a great possibility of manipulations of profit in cash basis of accounting because payment may either be delayed or made earlier, and similarly incomes may be postponed. And another disadvantage are Company Act 2013 does not recognize it. Accrual basis of accounting. Under this basis, income are recorded when they are earned or accrued, irrespective of the fact whether cash is received or not. For example, sales made on credit will be included in the total sale of the period. As it is, expenses are recorded when they are incurred or become due, and not when the cash is paid for them. On this basis, it is necessary to consider outstanding expenses, prepaid expenses, accrued income, income received in advance. And the most important thing is, under the Companies Act 2013, all companies are required to maintain their accounts according to accrual basis of accounting. In this method, you can easily disclose true profit or loss for a particular period and also show true financial position of the business at the end of the particular period, because it's take into accounts all transactions relating to a particular periods and take into accounts all adjustment like outstanding prepaid expenses, income received in advance. And some disadvantage are, it is not as simple as cash basis of accounting, and the second thing, it require the use of estimates and personal judgments. The next important thing is, what is the difference between cash base and accrual base? Here is recording of cash and credit transactions. It means here cash basis of accounting you can consider only cash transactions, and accrual basis you can consider both credit and cash, both consider in your accrual basis. The next is timing of recording of income. It means here is income are recorded which have been received in cash. When you received in cash, at that time you can record. But here accrual basis, all income are recorded whether cash is received for them or not. You have to record whether you have to receive or not. Here is timing of recording of expenses. The same thing, those expenses are recorded which have been paid in cash. It means when expenses are actually paid in cash, at that time it's considered in your books of account according to cash base of accounting. But accrual basis, expenses are recorded whether cash is paid for them or not. Here is outstanding expenses and prepaid expenses. In cash basis, this basis does not take into consideration. It means outstanding expenses, prepaid expenses, income received in advance is not considered. But accrual base, this basis take into the consideration all such item. The next is position. This act has, it means this basis is not recognized under the Company Act 2013, but accrual basis has been recognized under the Company Act 2013. The next is, in this method, cash basis, you can easily calculate it cannot show the true position of your business enterprises. You does not calculate your correct profit or loss, but here you can easily calculate, it show the fair position of the enterprises. The next is, in cash basis, this basis is suitable for professional people like your doctor and lawyers, but here this basis is adopted by the business enterprises with profit motive.